Skeptics will say there is no evidence for God, painting themselves as the picture of objectivity, as if when some evidence meter in their head were to reach a certain level, they'll believe in God.
I find all this study to be highly illogical.
A quick Google search would remedy this because the evidence is there and it is stunning. Could it be another issue?
Oh yeah!
Skeptics don't start with a blank slate. Many have desires they refuse to control.
I like money.
Others got hurt and have a burr under their saddle, experiences and misunderstandings that can cloud one's ability to see the evidence. And we see this kind of thing all the time in politics and sports and personal relationships. And who's going to admit this about Christian evidences? No, it'll be some clever comeback, some ad hominem attack, some inflammatory rhetoric. But confirmation bias is a real thing, and for dishonest hearts, it won't allow the evidence to speak.
Now look what you've done.
If a person doesn't want to believe every molecule in the universe could be stamped with made by God, and this won't guarantee you'll abandon a worldview you don't want to be wrong, evidence then just becomes a distraction from the actual issue of the heart. Even famed atheist Richard Dawkins was honest enough to admit that no evidence would ever convince him God exists, and that is a heart problem. God regulates knowledge of himself, and that evidence will only be received by those who seek him with all their heart. But those who don't want God, they won't see it. Saying there is no evidence for God doesn't mean there's no evidence. It just means there's no evidence that will convince you. But if you get to know Jesus Christ, he can give you a heart transplant like you never imagined.